In this screencast, I really want to get to start you thinking about employability and hone your skills around employability. And of course, you're doing the dissertation. Just very quickly, I'm hoping to produce an online lecture on those topics that you see there, especially the fourth one down, Bloom's Taxonomy of Learning Objectives, because it might help for you to critique and understand your own journey and your thinking and writing styles. But more about that later. Okay, let's move through to my view of communication, teamwork, and leadership in relation to your studies. I've bunched communication, teamwork, and leadership together there on the left because those are the 2 or 3 skills that employers look for most. Moving to the middle, I've put scholarly activity, and that also includes your research skills and how you approach them and how you approach your dissertation in terms of your ability to organize yourself and your organization skills and your management skills. So I've put those together because you're undertaking the dissertation right now. Moving over to the right here, I've put numeracy, creativity, enterprise, problem solving together because these are the extras. These are the sort of some of the spin-offs from you doing the dissertation. Numeracy, of course, because you may be looking at data, you may be looking at tables and graphs and trying to understand any patterns for your research. Creativity, you may have to think about a particular approach that you're taking in a different kind of way. That's kind of creativity and lateral thinking. And I've included enterprise. You could be very business-like about this and have some sort of sense of being able to use your resources, the time that you've got available, any money to be most efficient about how you use those resources. And that also leads on to problem solving. Think about it in a different sort of way to perhaps what you've been doing throughout the 2 and a bit years that you've been studying. And finally, there on the right, reflection. We talk about reflection or use that word a lot, but I want you to think about yourselves as reflective practitioners as you start to complete your journey next spring. Talk about you being reflective practitioners more and more so that you're actually changing that stance. Okay, so to summarize, there on the left, communication, teamwork, most prized by employers. These are your group work skills, your people skills, your social capital skills. And you've been doing a lot of that and you're still doing it right now. In the middle, dissertation. The dissertation has taken an awful lot of your time right now and you've embarked on this journey and look at the skills you're picking up. And there on the right, these are what I would call dissertation applied, practical skills. Let's move on. I like this a lot. This is University of Kent have provided this wonderful resource. I think it's brilliant. It covers a very good overview in this screen grab that I provided. It's a good overview of the employability map. Right there in the middle are what they call the primary, the fundamental skills. And as you move out to the next oval, those are sort of the intermediate skills. And right there on the outside, and that sort of scattering, are the very specific skills. Have a good look at this resource. I've put all of this into Blackboard. You'll see the link to the University of Kent Employability Skills Map. The link is there in Blackboard. I really would like you to go and visit this and get an idea and compare to what this previous screen that I provided with these two. Get a comparison. Right, let's move on to the fun bit. I found at Leeds University 4 case studies for students from different subject areas, and I want you to decide which of the 4 students has most improved in terms of their values, their attributes and their employability skills. And add to that which of the four students would be most valued by an employer. This is to get you thinking about employability. These are the four students, and you've got a psychology student, a politics and parliamentary studies student, a history student, and a maths and management student. And what you'll get is a description like this. They've responded to 3 questions about their employability and their skills, and each one has replied to each these 3 questions. So, where do you find this activity? It's in PillPad, and I hear you groan, but please have a go at this workbook. I've produced a workbook that contains all the material, and all you have to do is read, think, make a judgment, and then in the Likert scale you'll see it. It's all in the instructions, and I'll provide another set of instructions after this screencast, so that'll direct you on how to do this activity. And please share with me or another student your findings. It's meant to be fun, it's meant to be short, and it's just to get you started on employability.